For the sake of being vulnerable and transparent, here are some things I'm struggling with as a new mom. Number one is patience. There were some events yesterday that happened where I kind of lost it on her, and let me tell you, there is no shame like the shame you give yourself when you make a mistake. I felt like a loser and a bad mom just for being upset with her. Took a step back and prayed to God, God just give me patience, and towards the end of the day he did, and it was fine. But I will say I had a lot of mom shame about that and still do. Next is being flexible. I am an extremely type A person. I have my to-do list. And guess what? Having a kid is gonna mess your plans up. And I'd be lying to you guys if I said that I'm okay with it. I've really been struggling with being flexible and not having things go the way that I imagine it. Not having any money. I chose to be a stay-at-home mom, and I do not regret it at all. Will say it has been really hard to only have one income, especially the last 2 weeks or so. We've been kind of stuck in the house. Luckily tonight we're able to get out and do something fun. I'm just not used to it. I'm used to having disposable income. I was a bartender server for so many years, and so this is just something that I'm really having to get used to because I am really struggling. I've just been really tight the last couple of weeks, more than I have ever really experienced in my adult life. It's just something I've really just had to give to God this week. Postpartum anxiety. I've always kind of dealt with anxiety, but this one's been a whirlwind. I am 8 months postpartum, and everything that's going on with my thyroid and anxiety being a very large symptom of what's going on with my thyroid, I'm telling you guys that my anxiety has been just through the freaking roof, which I think is adding to the fact that I am having a hard time with patience and flexibility. When you're going through medical stuff, sometimes unfortunately it really does affect you as a mom, and yeah, I've just been really struggling with that. Postpartum body. You can say whatever you want, but we all have our insecurities. I didn't realize how bad my body dysmorphia was until I had a kid. I've been really focusing on making amends with my body because the last thing I want to do is pass down my insecurities to my daughter. But it is a huge mind shift, and it's been really hard for me. Losing myself as a person in motherhood. There are a lot of things that I used to do before having a baby, and I really miss it. I feel like I've really been introducing myself lately as Bethany the mom versus Bethany who is a mom. I don't know, slowly feeling like you're having a little bit of an identity crisis, A lot of things that I've really loved doing, I've buried being a mom, and yeah, it just makes me really sad. Last but not least, being a mom without my mom. I lost my mom to cancer a few months before I got pregnant with my first child, and I gotta say, it's been really hard to not have your mom there while you're trying to figure out how to be a mom, Miss her tremendously. All that being said, I love being a mom. I wish I would have started earlier, to be completely honest, but that doesn't mean that I don't have struggles. Anyways, thanks for listening.